everyone. Today I'm going to present third-party risk management life cycle. Why we need that? The simple idea is that the company need to add business need. So we need to invite third party to provide related service. So so we need to so the life cycle is how to do that. The first the first one is the planning phases, and then is a due diligence. The third is a contracting. The fourth is ongoing monitoring. The last one is a third party of bordering. Okay, so for the planning phase, the planning phase is what is during this phase, a business owner could qualify a business need and make a request to onboard a new third party or to add service to an existing party. The inherent risk assessment will guide if additional information is required from a third party and if further the third party assessment is needed. So that's very simple. We need service. We invite third party from the from outside or I mean we request service. We need a service. We may request a new third party or add service from the existing third party. This is the first one we need to planning, and then is the due diligence. The due diligence is what is for third parties where a determination is make that due diligence is required. Further information should be gathered from a business and the third party. Some common due diligence and qualification consideration could be strategic risk, corporate and legal compliance risk, geopolitical or operating location risk, financial risk, transferability risk, information security or cybersecurity risk, information governance and data piracy risk, business continuity management risk, technology or operational risk. So as we see, the due diligence is how is to protect our uh, uh, protect our company from the third party. So there are risks we need to take care. What we explained above. So let me talking about the risk, the strategic risk, the strategic, the strategic, the strategic risk is the third party strategic partner or is the third party required for the company to meet any of their strategic object where third party failure those objects. So that's we need to think that and need to considering. And then is a corporate and legal compliance risk. The risk we need to consider is does the third party have the ability to meet local regulatory guidelines which our company is expect to be compliant. So in this risk the due diligence during the due diligence some information screening like the word check may be variable or required, including screening to identify potential risk of violating laws, such as such as those promulgated by the Office of Foreign Assets Control, Anti-Money Laundering, Foreign Corrupt Piracy Act, or a modern slavery act. Then the risk, like the geopolitical operating location risk, um, it is considered where does the third party provide service or conduct business. Does this location present additional risk to the company or to our company? So we need to consider the location risk. And then is the financial risk. The financial risk is considered if the third party financially stable based on the type of third party, its application of a credit assessment and credit monitoring methodology appropriate, is ongoing monitoring of financial position warranted, and if so, at what frequency, if financial or credit risk threshold or limit are defined for the third party, how are they monitoring and escalate in case of breach? So we need to consider the financial risk. That's so this is very important for our company, especially if the third party can provide financially stable. And then it's the transferability risk. It means this third party can be replaced if the third party is no longer meeting business need. So it means we choose this third party. Is it replaceable? That's if replaceable, it means we can have more choice. And are these substitutes in the marketplace? Could the third party migration activity introduce additional risk? So when we transfer the service from first third party to the second third party to the second third party, is it during the migration, is it additional risk that we need to consider? And that is information security and cyber security risk. So it is what control and capability are in place to protect our company data, including backup or integrity of production data or backup data protect during the service disruption or failure. So that's very important. Data protect our company data. The risk check is very important for our company. Information governance and data privacy risk. So a little bit different from previous. This is a data piracy. What data is being exchanged with the third party, and is the data protect sufficiently to meet our company regulatory or just traditional requirement. So we need to consider the third party protect our data, privacy data, how to protect it, and how to use our data, our company data. That's 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 what we need to consider. And then is a business continuity management risk. As this is we need to consider is it the third party providing service to support a essential business function? If so, does the third party have a BCM strategy? Does that strategy meet the company minimum standard? Are there consideration for pandemic planning? What is the frequency? Are the resource that performing testing independent? So business continuity management risk is how they provide a service if some uh, third party cannot provide an uh, and a special time or the or a minimum standard we can accept. We can uh, we can accept. Yeah, we can accept that. That's the minimum requirement from the third party. And then is a technology and operational risk. So we need to consider does the third party provide a proper process to manage change management, recall, retention, and its subcontractor, etc. So that is we need to consider is they provide service or technology is it from subcontractor or from the third party directly. If he provide the technology is from subcontractor, so we need to also take a risk to control that. So there are some example is during the due diligence phase, the TM team could usually collect the due diligence evidence from third party, which may include third party risk questionnaire, policy, and procedure. Financial information, independent audit report, security certification, etc. Each third party's capability and control should be measured against a set of minimum standards. This minimum standard should be based upon our company own internal IT security and compliance standard. So all the third party minimum standard uh, should match our company minimum standard, like the internal IT security and compliance department. And then is and then the next one is the next item is the contracting. So after the checking the risk from the third party, we contracting the third party with the third party. Our company and our some business owner may try and close or remediate risk during contracting phase. When possible, our company should leverage standardized contract template to ensure their appropriate contract protection clause to help improve contract lifecycle efficiency and account for third-party compliance with our company anti-cooperation policies and practice and code of conduct. Additionally, the contract should consign adding service level expectation, protecting against any cybersecurity risk, data privacy need, right to audit and inspect, right of termination in the case of breach of anti-corruption laws, and exit plan with respect to transfer and deletion of data, and assess any regulatory requirement. After the contract is finalized, any unremediated or accept risk should be logged in a central responsibility. So this phrase is very important. So we need to sign the contract and we need to have the standard contract template to protect us how to uh away get away from the risk like the anti corporate policies or the or some against any cyber security risk, data privacy need. So the contract is help us to protect our right, our legal right. Then is the fourth is the ongoing monitoring. Ongoing risk and performance monitoring phase means each company should maintain a third-party master list. The inventory of third parties should identify those third parties that are tied to critical business activity and introduce more risk. Ongoing risk assessment and third-party performance monitoring should be conducted in context with the risk and complexity of the service provided by the third party. Ongoing risk monitoring could include, for example, risk questionnaire, on-site due diligence visits, or other monitoring technique. So in this phase they are include risk monitoring, performance management, and oversight. The risk monitoring is the risk assessment should consider the criticality criticality of the business function supported by the third party, impact to our company customer, access to the sensitive information data system, financial condition, project spend, regulatory justification and requirement, and domestic of third-party corporate headquarters. Third-party risk segmentation should influence the ongoing monitoring need for the specified third party. So even we have a signed contract, but we need to continue to monitoring the risk from the third party, and so it means we need to continue to monitoring it, uh, to keep. And then is the performance management and oversight. The third-party risk management should monitoring third-party performance and trade performance management issue when they arise utilizing established performance metrics. If any, third-party performance should be tracked in a risk-based manner and in contact with the third party's risk segmentation. Our company may choose to use a scorecard if it fits the company risk framework and assign a overall grade or rating to the third party. A performance evaluating could include a review of performance against established SLAs. So the performance measurement is we can grade the third party. So get a good grade if they do the best. If they do the very bad, I mean it's worse. We lower the grade. So if the grade is too lower, it means that it's a fail. If fail, we should put them to the last item, offboarding, third party offboarding. So the last one we talking is the third party offboarding. The third party offboarding is the when a lifecycle with a specified service or all of the service provided by the third party conclude, the third party should be assessed for any data retention obligation to meet business need to regulatory obligation. Other offboarding activity should be considered, including data transfer, deliverable, obtaining data destruction, certification when applicable, and system access removal, and contractual provision for transitioning to an incoming third-party provider. So it means that's very simple. If the surface is end, we can take the third party offboarding, or if the third party cannot provide the good service for us during the service time, we just put them on the offboarding and how to protect, how to after the in this item, it means how to protect our data from the third party, like the transfer deliverable, obtain data destruction certification. So just once we once the third party is offboarding, how to protect our data, our yeah, or our system, how to remove it from our system. That is the third party risk management life cycle. Thank you so much.